most well-known abortion case. And this is a little like picture thing, and I'm going to need class interaction to help me with my presentation. So if people want to come up and take off a little picture and read what's on the back, you guys need to do that. So who would like to be number one and take this off?
Joe.
Do it. Okay. And if you would read what's on the back. This is Texas. Yeah. Okay.
Roe, a single pregnant Texas woman, wanted an abortion but could not legally do so because Texas law restrictions abortions to those women whose lives become endangered by their pregnancy.
Okay, so this pregnant woman, she was single, she wanted an abortion, but there was a Texas law, there are many laws like this throughout many states, and she wanted an abortion, but she was unable to do so because she was not physically in danger because of her pregnancy. So can someone pull off these sketchy scissors for number 2?
Oh, just pull 5 right now.
Okay. Go back.
Many states have this law. Women all over felt desperate enough to terminate their pregnancies and would go to legal practices with untrained workers and unsanitary conditions.
Versus all the
national. Because of the sketchy operations.
So women would go and get abortions anyway through illegal practices, and it'd be really sketchy and unsanitary, and lots of people would die anyway because of the sketchy operations. Okay, well someone else come pull off this question.
Supreme Court was faced with this question. Does the Constitution embrace women's rights to terminate her pregnancy?
Okay, so that's the question that the Supreme Court had to determine when the case reached that. Okay, number 4. This one.
The Supreme Court ruled in favor of Roe. The majority believed that the right to privacy and personal liberties included in the 14th Amendment could include a woman's choice to life or other alternatives. It also gives the father no say in the matter.
Someone want to do the blowing She's blowing. She's the pregnancy.
During the first trimester of a woman's pregnancy, they may legally terminate the fetus, but once entering the 2nd and 3rd trimesters, state laws can apply to them with restrictions.
So she was ruled in favor, but if it goes past a certain point, then it goes into safe hands whether she's able to terminate the pregnancy. Okay, anyone want to pull off this gavel?
Okay, the majority vote for Roe was 7-2. The minority wrote a dissenting opinion saying that women shouldn't have the right. One reason because the framers did not care about abortion. No, sorry.
So when the judges who didn't agree with the majority, they didn't think that it was constitutional because the founding fathers apparently didn't know about abortion. And so, okay, I'm going to read this check mark. And then there's one more thing I'm going to read. Okay. Although not necessarily the most important Supreme Court case It is one of the most well-known because of the ongoing controversy and rallying of pro-choice and pro-life voters and believers. And there's a little spiel from Planned Parenthood website that I'm going to read real fast. And obviously they're pro-choice. Okay, this is a little thing about Roe v. Wade. On January 22nd, 1973, the U.S. Supreme Court handed down its landmark decision, Roe v. Wade, recognizing the constitutional right to privacy and a woman's right to choose abortion. Many of us don't recall the deadly days before Roe when abortions were illegal and choice for too many women meant a dangerous back alley procedure. In fact, in 1965, before Roe, nearly 1/5 of all maternal deaths in the United States were due to illegal, unsafe abortions. And then, decades later, a woman's constitutional right to choose still isn't safe and Roe is in serious jeopardy. In 2005, Congress confirmed the appointment of 2 new anti-choice Supreme Court justices, Chief Justice John D. Roberts Jr. and Justice Samuel L. Alito Jr., both of whom had been nominated by President George W. Bush. As a result, the court is closer than ever to overturning Roe. So in 2007, a 5-4 decision, the court upheld the federal abortion ban passed by Congress and signed by President Bush in 2003. Although Roe v. Wade is still the law of the land, the ban criminalizes abortion procedures in the second trimester of pregnancy that doctors say are often the safest and best to protect the woman's health. Thus, the ruling allows politicians to make medical decisions that should be made by women and their doctors. Anti-choice legislators are attempting to launch a new wave of state abortion bans in the hope that the new anti-choice court will overturn Roe, leaving a woman's right to choose safe and legal abortion in the hands of 50 different state legislators. So basically, even though it's been a Supreme Court decision, it is still controversial today. And yeah.
Did she end up having an abortion?
She did, and actually she ended up regretting it, and she became pro-life, which is kind of, yeah, so that's Roe v. Wade.